Hello, everyone. In today's video, we're taking a chilling journey into a story that will send shivers down your spine. Based on a true disappearance, this tale is one you won't forget. We've all heard scary stories growing up, but what if some of them were true? What if those whispers were real? So turn off the lights, put on your headphones, and get ready to hear a mysterious tale from a quiet village. Here is the story of the Whispering Forest. Some places hold dark secrets, hidden behind ordinary facades. This is the story of such a place and a young boy who disappeared there. The villagers still speak of him to this day. His name was Ethan. He was just 8 years old, cheerful, curious, and adventurous. But that summer, everything changed for Ethan and for the village. The village where Ethan lived with his family was nestled between tall mountains and dense forests. The villagers always avoided venturing too deep into the woods. There was a chilling legend about the forest. An unseen entity was said to dwell there, one that lured lonely children into the shadows. One afternoon, Ethan chased his ball into the woods. As the sun began to set, he noticed something strange. There were no bird songs, no rustling leaves, just an eerie silence. Ethan leaned against a tree to catch his breath when a soft whisper reached his ears. "Come, come to me." The voice floated on the breeze. Curiosity got the better of him, and he followed the sound. But no matter how far he walked, the whisper always seemed just out of reach. Eventually, Ethan stumbled upon an old cabin deep within the forest. The door was slightly ajar. He knew he shouldn't go inside, but he couldn't resist. Inside, he found a dusty journal lying on a table. The cover was marked with crimson letters. "Those who hear the whispers can never escape." When Ethan opened the journal, the pages were blank. But then, words began to appear. "You found me, Ethan. Now you belong to us." Terrified, Ethan slammed the journal shut and turned to leave. But the door had closed on its own. The whispers grew louder inside the cabin. "You can't escape." The next morning, the villagers realized Ethan hadn't returned home. Search parties combed the forest, but there was no trace of him. Only a single boot was found near the cabin. Inside the boot was a note with Ethan's final words. "Never answer the whispers when you hear them." Years passed, but Ethan's story remained etched in the village's memory. Parents kept their children far from the woods. Yet on quiet nights, the whispers can still be heard from the forest. "Come, come to me." One night, a young girl from the village named Lily claimed to have heard the whispers. "I heard Ethan's voice that night," she said. "He was begging for help, but then his voice changed, and the whispers continued." From that day on, anyone who heard the whispers noticed something eerie. They were not just Ethan's voice. They were the voices of other children who had vanished into the forest, all calling for help, all trapped forever. And the villagers continued to keep their children far from the woods. Because if you hear the whispers and respond, you will never return. Thank you for listening to this story. If you want to hear more scary and mysterious tales, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a thumbs up. Your support means the world to us. See you in the next story.